Garrick and Danielle Merrifield, your time has come. The Merrifields are on Seeking Sister Wife, which is returning in a couple weeks, and they will be back. So let's get into what they've already put us through. Danielle, 30, and Garrett, 36, are from Colorado. They met at church camp when they were teenagers, and they got married really young. They are been together for 13 years now. They have 2 boys. He owns a construction company, and one day, God called him up and said, hey, you need to get some more wives, please. And Danielle was like, God never told me that. So Garrett gaslit the crap out of this woman, and suddenly God rang her up and said, hey, your man needs some new hoes. They dated around a little bit, and then they found Roberta. Roberta is 33. She lives in Brazil and only speaks Portuguese. They tried to get her to come visit the US with a travel visa, but unfortunately it got denied. So now they had to decide, hey, do we want to do a K1? So they traveled down to Cabo before the show aired with their kids, met her, loved her. 2 days into that trip, they proposed after like 4 months of talking, and now they have to do a K1. But here's the problem. You need to marry someone when they get here to do a K1. And Garrick and Danielle are already married. So they have to divorce. This man puts his wife, true Cody Brown style, through a divorce so that he can marry this other woman and bring her over. This absolutely guts Danielle. The whole divorce thing was very painful to watch. Garrick, he couldn't have cared less. He is going to have a hot Brazilian wife. As we know with the K1, even though they're divorced and now he's applied for it, it can take months. So they decide to book another trip to Cabo, just the 2 of them, to go down and spend time with Bert. By the way, they go to Cabo because she can go there without the visa troubles, and they can go there as well. Upon arrival, they're all excited to see Bert. Danielle does this thing where she's like fake excited and like goes over the top. Oh my god! Oh, sister! The first night, Danielle has like, I'm gonna go stay in my own room and you guys can go stay in this room, right? But Bert feels bad. She's like, sister, I don't want you to sleep alone. So she goes and it's like, come to our room. Come and stay with us for the night because I don't want you to be alone the first night. So Danielle goes to the room and then Bert's like, you should just stay the whole night. Go get your stuff. So Danielle goes back to her room to get her stuff, and Bert and Garrick have a quickie in the bed that they just invited Danielle to come stay with them in while she was gone. A few days after that, Bert was like, I gotta tell you something, sister. When you went to go get your clothes and stuff, yeah, I banged your husband. And Garrick seems like the type to be like 30 seconds, 15 seconds maybe. And Danielle's like, oh, you have your intimacy. And then she goes on to like the little interview and she's like torn apart. She's like so devastated. By the way, Bert and Garrick call Danielle large wife and they call Bert tiny wife. But the size difference between the two is so minuscule. And Bert keeps saying, oh, I hope Danielle can get over her jealousy issues. She shouldn't have those if she wants to live in polygamy. Keep that in mind. Put that in your brain. So they leave Bert. They head home. They've applied for the K1 and all of that. Again, still waiting on it. Unfortunately, during this process, COVID hit. So that's like a whole year gone. Like, they weren't processing stuff during that time. Once all the like travel bans kind of loosened up, they decided to go and meet her again in Cabo. And this time on this trip, Garrick and Bert decided that they were going to try for a baby. This is a baby making trip, and they book this trip around Bert's ovulation cycle. But not just that, they're also going to bring Danielle's mom and dad and their 2 kids on this baby making excursion. They go to Cabo. They're trying to get that baby up in there. Danielle's just out by the pool with her and they're banging. It's weird. Her parents are there, their kids are there. Everyone knows what's happening in that room. Ugh. When Danielle talks, she's always trying to like gaslight herself, like she's trying to Garrick herself. So after this trip, we fast forward to a new season. They have now been together 3 years. One of those years, of course, we mentioned was COVID, and she has still not gotten to the US. We find out that the baby making trip was a fail. Very grateful for that, for a baby's sake. Garrick and Danielle are now living in a 5th wheel as he builds a custom sister-wife home. It has like a sister room where they can sleep. He has his own room. Oh my god. Well, I'm just seeing the comparisons between him and Cody. Their narcissism and all of that. Interesting. We also learn that because Bert's taking so long, Garrick went and found another woman. This woman's name is Leah. She's 30. She lives in California. She's a woman of color this time. I thought that he was going to go straight for Brazilians, but he'll go for anything that walks. All of the women he goes for are completely out of his league, especially Leah. She's a nurse. She has a job. Like, I don't see what that girl, she had to be a hired actor because there's no way a girl like her is going after these people. It doesn't work out with Leah. Bert's extremely jealous of Leah, which makes Danielle super, super happy because she's like, oh, but you getting to get over your jealousy, Bert. Isn't that what you told me? But after they dump Leah, the communication and the relationship with Roberta keeps getting worse and worse and worse. Her visa gets approved, and she's still not booked a ticket to come over here. She's making every excuse in the book. My mom's sick. I have to take care of my mom. I have to do this. I have to do that. She is not coming to the US, right? So Garrick is like, let's go over to Cabo. Let's go over to Brazil, sorry, and get her. Oh, and when he's on this trip, he wants to try for another baby. So Garrick and Danielle head over to Brazil to go get her. And they, like, see where she lives and everything. They book her flight here. They book it for 2 weeks after they get back. So they come back to America. Bert's supposed to follow behind a couple weeks later, but never gets on the flight. And that's where we get, like, the best video. It's Danielle just absolutely bawling. She's like this, she never loved us. You have to go look it up. Danielle Merrifield bawling her eyes out. And what's even better is Bert took, like, thousands of dollars from them. She cleared out her bank account before she dumped them. She dumped them via a text, too. She dumped them in a text. So that season ends. They're to come back. They're now dating a girl named Natalia. They've been together 4 months, so you know they're already in love, right? Just like, whatever. Natalia is from Brazil. Kind of looks like Bert. Kind of acts like Bert. Also, mainly only speaks Portuguese. So what do? They go to Mexico to meet with her. And instantaneously, on the screen, you can see how much Natalia does not like Danielle. They're like oil and water. They are not it. Like, you can tell. Danielle does not like this woman. She pretended, and she did really good pretending with Bert. But this one, you couldn't fake it. They did not like each other. Except for this one fight where Natalia was looking at his phone, at Garrick's phone, and saw he had all the dating apps on there. He had like 10, 19, 20, I don't even know. A ton of dating apps on this phone. And he had told her he had gotten rid of them all and was focused on her. And apparently they were like from around the world. Like I said, he doesn't have a type. He just, anything. So Natalia, and Danielle go after him. You told us. And he's just like, oh, ladies, calm down. I was just tying up loose ends and then I was going to delete it. No worries. And Danielle's like, oh, yeah, that's right. Garrick would never hurt us because she just eats up gaslighting. Natalia, it took a little bit longer to brainwash. Anyway, he proposes. She says yes. It's very awkward. Awful proposal. They go home. The relationship between Natalia and Danielle gets worse, which causes Danielle and Garrick to get worse. They're constantly fighting. Natalia doesn't want anything to do with Danielle. She's not texting her back. Garrick's like, well, she's busy. She's fine. And this causes Garrick to go over to Brazil he plans to marry her and then bring her back. He goes over there for 6 weeks. So he's not talking to Danielle while he's over there. He's just giving her the bare minimum. Danielle finds out she's pregnant. Yeah, she's pregnant with Garrick's baby. Garrick's like, oh, well, that's a blessing, isn't it? Natalia's pissed. Natalia and Garrick are about to get married in Brazil so he can bring her right over on the spousal visa. And Danielle goes down there. Natalia hates every minute of it. It's like Danielle's the biggest third wheel. Brazil finds out he's a polygamist, denies the marriage, so they have to do the whole K1 process all over again for Natalia. I'm running out of time. Anyway, Natalia ends up dumping them because she's just so done with everything. They start dating a new girl named Miriam. It's not going so well. I know they're not with Miriam anymore. And this new season, we're going to see the new baby. We're going to see a new woman who they end up marrying. It's going to be crazy. Insane.